In a nursing home in Rhode Island, a cat named Oscar has correctly predicted the deaths of over 100 patients. He does not stay with the living. He does not play. He does not eat. He walks the halls alone until he finds a room, enters it, curls up on the bed, and stays. Within 4 hours, every single time, the patient dies. The staff stopped being surprised after the 5th time. By the 50th, they started calling family members whenever Oscar chose a room. He had become more accurate than any medical instrument in the building. Scientists have been trying to explain this for 20 years, and what they found goes far deeper than one cat in one nursing home. It turns out your cat may be sensing things about your body right now that no doctor can detect, things that haven't happened yet.
Part 1. Oscar, the cat who predicts death. Oscar arrived at the Steerhouse Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in Providence, Rhode Island in 2005. He was adopted as a kitten to provide companionship to patients with dementia and other end-stage illnesses. For the first few months, he behaved like any cat. He explored. He ignored people who tried to pet him. He accepted food on his own terms. Then the staff started noticing something.
Oscar would walk the wards slowly, pausing at doorways, sniffing the air. Most rooms he would pass entirely, but occasionally he would stop, enter, jump onto the bed, and curl up beside the patient. The first time it happened, nobody thought anything of it. The patient died a few hours later. The second time, same thing. By the 3rd and 4th time, the nurses were paying attention. Oscar does not behave this way randomly. He has been observed deliberately avoiding patients who appeared to be in distress, but who ultimately recovered. He chooses only the rooms of patients who will not survive the next few hours. He knows something. The question is, what?
Part 2. What cats are actually detecting. Researchers have proposed several explanations for Oscar's ability, and the most compelling ones all point to the same thing. The dying human body changes, chemically, measurably, in ways that are invisible to human senses, but may be entirely detectable to a cat.
Theory 1. Ketones and the smell of cell death. As the body begins to shut down, cells enter a process of breakdown that releases specific volatile organic compounds, chemical byproducts of dying tissue. Among these are ketone bodies, which have a distinctive odor that humans can sometimes detect as a faint sweetness on the breath of very ill patients. A cat's sense of smell is roughly 14 times more sensitive than a human's. They have nearly 200 million odor receptors compared to our 5 million. What registers as a barely perceptible trace to a nurse, if it registers at all, may be an overwhelming, unmistakable signal to Oscar.
Theory 2. Body heat changes. Cats are extraordinarily sensitive to subtle changes in body temperature. As circulation begins to fail in dying patients, blood pools in the core and extremities cool. The specific warmth pattern of a body in the final stages of life may be distinctly different from that of a sleeping or sedated patient. Oscar consistently positions himself against the patient, often near the chest or abdomen, in a way that maximizes contact with the body. Researchers have noted this is precisely where temperature changes associated with circulatory failure would be most detectable.
Theory 3. Behavioral cues. A third possibility is that Oscar is reading an integrated picture, subtle changes in breathing pattern, muscle tension, movement, and sound that individually mean little, but together create a profile that his brain recognizes as different from ordinary sleep or illness. The most likely answer is that Oscar is doing all three simultaneously: smell, heat, and behavior, processing a dying person through every sense he has, arriving at a conclusion that the most sophisticated medical monitors in the building cannot match.
Part 3. Oscar is not alone. Oscar gets the headlines, but he is not the only animal documented doing this. Across the world, there are documented cases of pet cats and dogs behaving with unusual attention toward owners who were later found to have undiagnosed cancers, developing neurological conditions, or impending cardiac events, sometimes months before any medical diagnosis.
Science note: a 2019 review published in the journal Animals examined dozens of documented cases of pets detecting human illness prior to diagnosis. The review identified credible cases involving cats detecting breast cancer, ovarian cancer, lung cancer, and type 1 diabetes, all conditions that produce specific volatile organic compounds detectable through smell. In several cases, the cat's behavior, persistent pawing at a specific body area, unusual clinginess, or repeated sniffing of a particular spot, led owners to seek medical attention and receive an early diagnosis. There was a case of a tabby cat in the UK who for 3 weeks persistently pawed at her owner's left breast, The owner, who had no symptoms, eventually went to her doctor. She was diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer. The tumor was in exactly the spot the cat had been pawing. She caught it early enough to make a full recovery. There was another case. A man whose cat began sleeping exclusively on his left side, pressed against his chest after years of sleeping at the foot of the bed. His wife convinced him to see a cardiologist. He had a significant arterial blockage that would likely have caused a fatal heart attack within months. The cat knew, before the symptoms, before the diagnosis, before anyone.
Part 4. What this means for you and your cat. Here's what I want you to take from this. Your cat is not just a pet. They are not just an animal that shares your space. They are a biological sensor of extraordinary sophistication, walking around your home, reading you continuously, picking up signals from your body that no technology we have built can currently match. The next time your cat behaves unusually toward you, persistent attention to a specific part of your body, sudden clinginess after years of independence, unexplained restlessness when you are nearby, do not dismiss it. Note it. Pay attention to it.
Not because your cat is psychic, not because of anything supernatural, because your cat has 200 million odor receptors and a nervous system that has been reading mammals for millions of years, and because the evidence, documented, peer-reviewed, published in the New England Journal of Medicine, says they are sometimes right. Oscar is still alive, still walking the halls of Steerhouse, still choosing his rooms. The staff still calls the families. Your cat sees you, smells you, reads you in ways that go far beyond anything we fully understand yet. The next time they look at you, really look at you, maybe wonder what they know that you don't. If your cat has ever done something that felt like it knew something, tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And send this to someone who thinks cats are just animals. They are going to want to see this. See you in the next one.